It's your turn, Aquarius. I'm Dadhichi from astrology.com.au, and this is your month in focus, October 2017, that is. And wow, look at this. I like to give you an animated view of what's happening to your chart while we're looking at it. Let me just keep an eye on the time here so that I know exactly what I'm doing. So take a look here, this Venus and Mars combination. Venus is a very good planet for you in the 8th house of sexuality. These two planets are always indicating sexuality, but let's not jump the gun. Look here at this sign of Virgo, the weakest position for Venus. Venus is your luck planet. It's not a good omen to have the luck planet debilitated in the house of shared resources. Especially when you've got Mars here also, well, it's a career planet. So both your lucky planets, Venus and Mars here ruling your luck and your career, are in a bit of a downward trend here. And also, having just recently been in that opposite position to Neptune. So you've got to be careful. This can make you feel as though nothing you're going to do is going to be able to help you overcome those problems you have. And the difficulty here is that the 8th house is not your own personal income. It's not the income you derive from your own efforts, which is shown by this sector here, the 2nd house, and also to some extent the 11th house, the sign of Sagittarius, which has to do with income earned from profits. This has to do with the shared resources. And being also a planet, Venus, that is, being a planet that rules your domestic sphere and your fixed assets, it may be that these areas of your life are completely out of your control right now. Is that going to change? Let's have a look. I think there's some dominant influence here from Jupiter, which I'm going to show you in the animation later. Ticks over into the 10th house, which is awesome for you. But let's take a look here what's happening with the moon here just around this time, hitting the opposition. This is around the time, the 3rd, 4th, 5th of October. You see moon moving over Neptune, the confusing nebulous planet, and directly opposite here to this Venus-Mars, indicating the problems you're going to have at that time. The Moon-Mars in particular can bring about some disagreements with those very people that may be constraining you in this area that we've been discussing. The full moon takes place on the 6th, bang, there it is there. Just as it swings into that opposition to the sun. So this is the full moon taking place in your 3rd house, opposite Mercury. Contracts need to be watched. Siblings need to be dealt with very delicately. Neighbours as well. And I say that because these could be unexpected events shown by the conjunction of the moon with Uranus, your ruling planet. The moon for you is not the best planet. It rules the 6th house. You see that here? So when the ruler of the 6th makes contact with the ruler of the sun sign or the ascendant or the moon, and those of you watching this can apply what I'm saying if you know your rising sign. But in any case, the contact of the 6th ruler, the ruler of health, disease, is not good. Fortunately, it's a fast-moving planet for you. So whatever we see here, and it may have been precipitated earlier with that opposition to Mars, inflammation, colds, flu, overexertion, that type of thing, do take care. It moves away then. I want you to keep your eye up here with some of these other combinations. These planets are going to move. There it is there. That's the big one. This is the movement of Jupiter to the 10th house, or the career and professional sector of your horoscope, for the first time in 12 years. As you notice, there's 12 signs of the zodiac. So this means that 12 years ago, Jupiter was in this position again, and every year it moves into this next section after it, star sign by star sign. 10th house is your career. Ruler of the 11th house, 2nd house. That's the shift you're waiting for. That's the finance. That's the money. That's the income. That's the growth and expansion. That is according to Western astrology. And after the 23rd, 24th, that's going to be even more accentuated. Look at this. Actually, a little bit earlier here, you see the movement of Venus there into the luck position. So that's going to augment what I'm seeing here. Mercury there on the 18th, 19th, And then the 23rd you have, well, first the moon and then the sun moving into these positions. So a lot of activity there in the last week and a half of October for you. The sun in particular, look at that. That causes what we call combustion. There's a moment there where you're overexerting yourself. Look at that. 1, 2, that's the 26th and 27th. Leading up to that, you need to just slow things down. There we also see the moon in the 12th house with compulsive Pluto, indicating that overexertion. Here we see the right angle from the Jupiter, Sun, Mercury, loosely speaking. Well, that's still not perfect, but mainly from Mercury here. Over-accentuating your communication, your thinking, your research, your nervous system too. There also, that's a T-square between the North Node, relationships, past karma, your past deeds, and what's happening here. All in all, though, I think this is strong. The challenging aspects aren't a deal breaker by any chance. They just force you to reappraise where you are in your life. So this is, I love what I'm seeing here for you right now. Mars moves into the 9th, travels are indicated, legal issues, contracts, etc., because this is diametrically opposed to this 3rd house of contracts. And we see here, again, on the last day of the month, the favourable influence by the moon to the upper angle planets here, Jupiter, Sun and Mercury. All good. I'm liking what I see, and I'm happy to give you more good news next month if you'll join me. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe, and please join me at astrology.com.au as well. We've got more on this to beef up what I've said to you today, which is more or less just skimming the surface. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye now.